Let's go. Okay, so welcome from Geek Girl Worthington. This calls for anybody who's hearing this for the first time. So we've also got a lot of new members who are coming back to jump on the call and make sure that they've heard correctly. This will take about 20 minutes of your time. I guarantee it will be as productive as possible. You will collect a lot of information that you need, and just to find out a little bit more about what AMP and the AMP Club has to offer for you. So basically I want to jump straight into it, and like I said, we will have a guest speaker if I can bring him on board, and if not, we'll make sure that next week, because I will be coming to you live again next week, so I'll make sure I get it sorted by then. So two of the most profitable digital gold mines on the planet are the Apple and Google Play stores. In 2015, those two stores alone netted over $75 million a day in revenue, and Apple is off to a record start this year. In January of 2017, they topped $240 million in app sales on January 1. Did you know that there are 4 million apps and games in the Apple Store and Google stores? There's 2.2 million apps in Google and over 2 million apps in Apple. That's a lot of apps and a huge amount of gold. The question is, what if you could cash in on those gold mines? One of the fastest growing and most addictive industries ever since the beginning of time. Many may say that this industry has grown fast at the mobile app and game industry, and I agree. It's under 10 years, under 10 years old, and it's really still a baby. Another fact that I like to share is that 2% of that 4.2 million games, 2% of those games earn 99% of that revenue. That is absolutely ludicrous. With all those apps left undiscovered, it's only a matter of time before another Pokemon Go, Candy Crush or Angry Bird comes along and steals the attention of the masses. With all those games that are left undiscovered, we call that the graveyard, the app graveyard. And unfortunately, a lot of them don't go, they don't get seen, not because they're bad apps, it's because they don't have huge marketing budgets or big companies to buy them and basically pick them up and run with them. There are statistics online that can show you what revenue some of them make, but for instance, one of my favorites is Candy Crush. Been playing it for years. Had a look the other day, thinking that, it's a few years down the track. It probably not making as much, but it was still pulling in $1.7 million in the US only. I only looked up the US stats, and that's only because they were for free. But basically $1.7 million in one day. So for an older game, that's still pulling in a fair bit of, a bit of revenue. So with millions of apps and games, it's really no surprise that many of these apps have never seen the light of day, even the potentially great ones. There's literally millions of apps and games yet to be discovered. So introducing AMP, the Associate Marketing Program. Finally an app store where great mobile apps and games get the exposure they deserve. Your store will be loaded with these diamonds in the rough, hand-picked, undiscovered mobile apps and games alongside some of the world's top producing games, all in your AMP store. You'll have some really cool new apps and games, and ones that no one has ever seen. You'll have the ability to share these with your friends and family all over your social networks. People love playing new games. Along with your AMP store, you will have the ability to share thousands of apps and games. We're also adding new product known in the business world as a disruptive technology. You see, every so often, a company will come along and release a new product or service that disrupts the industry. It's known as disruptive technology. This new product will appeal to the masses in a major way. It's going to literally shake up the industry. Some examples of disruptive technology are the smartphone, cloud computing, Redbox, which actually put Blockbuster out of business, and one everyone on the planet knows, which is Uber. By the way, Uber surpassed $5 billion in net revenue in 2015. These are all examples of disruptive technologies. We are rolling out a program which is the first of its kind, guys. We have the Netflix of mobile apps and games. No, we are not associated with Netflix, but we are introducing the first ever subscription-based program for mobile apps and games called AMP Club. Now, if I can just take a minute there just to, I guess, grasp the enormity of that, we have Netflix out there. And if everyone that you know, every friend and family member was paying their bills every month, and I think it's around the $10, $11 we pay a month because we like to have two what do you call them, devices on in at a time. If everyone paid their bill and you got $2 or $3 or whatever every month, every time they paid their bill, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? So it's only the coolest thing since apps and games have been created. There are 3 different subscriptions in the AMP Club. Kids Club has 100 apps and games. The Games Club has 300 games, and the Productivity Apps Club has 400 apps. Keep in mind the total number of apps and games in the club will grow as we add new content each month. These subscriptions come with the full versions of all apps and games and require no tokens, no in-app purchases, full access to everything, and unlimited play. That is absolutely huge. On top of that, we are rolling out AMP branded technology products. We've got an Android tablet, a health tracker, and something that I have recently had the pleasure in trying out for myself, and I was absolutely blown away. So I'll be definitely getting some other virtual reality goggles. These all work with our AMP Club subscriptions. So can you say, oh my God? Anyway, I'm going to try and bring out our guests now. I apologise in advance because it wasn't working for me before. Like I said, this is all new to me. I am a geek girl, but it doesn't mean I know how to use everything all the time. So if you bear with me for 1 minute, I'm going to bring out a friend of mine and somebody we've been working alongside of and with and cheering on along the way. Let me just give me 1 minute to find him. Please welcome James Day. Are you there, James? No. Yeah. Sorry, guys, I can't hear him, and I'm not sure if you can. I promise I will actually work out how to get James or somebody on for us for our next call. Okay, so back to our AMP. So how do you get AMP, and yeah, what's it going to do for you? Get the official AMP store app on your smartphone, and for one-time fee of $32.99, which is US dollars, that's the monthly license fee. So that actually includes your first month's license fee. Then $13.99 USD a month after that. That's it. For another $6, you can add on the AMP Club, and that will bring you up to a premium associate, AMP Premium Associate. This gives you access to everything that we're doing here, and for less than $20 US a month, included in your monthly license fee is all the training and online marketing. Even if you have no clue on how to online market or social media marketing, we're going to train you. Your all-in-one marketing system, your funnels, your capture pages, landing pages, email responders, it's all complete and ready to use. This is a turnkey system, and all for the low price of $20 US a month. And of course, your technical support from team leaders, people within the business, and a great AMP nation. AMP will continually be adding new content for apps and games to your AMP store, so that's excellent too. So they'll grow. So what's in it for you, and how do you get there? The AMP has a 3x9 matrix, which is forced and compressible. So that's the best kind of matrix. If you've ever been in network marketing and understand matrices, you won't have any holes in your matrix, and you will never have any lapses in your earning potential. So get in early and get on top. And the best part is you only need 3 AMP associates to open all 9 levels of your income. AMP includes a fast start bonus that pays down 3 generations, and this is on the front end of the pay plan. So AMP will also be passing through 100% of all AMP store revenue that comes from AMP. So that's store advertising, in-app ads, app purchases, in-app purchases. You're going to want to be sharing those games. We currently have some games out in the Apple Store already, and if you've been using them and playing them or even looking at them, you'll see that if they've got in-app purchases and advertising, we're earning from that. So everyone needs to download them and share them. As an AMP Premium Associate, we'll have the ability to sell the AMP Club subscriptions for a retail of only $10.99 a month. Now that's awesome. The customer can choose from the 3 club packages we talked about before, and you will receive a $2 a month residual income from every AMP Club subscription you sell. And you'll also receive a $1 from every level 2, which is basically everyone that they refer. Once you've filled your first 3 levels of your matrix, you can actually grab a second position in the matrix. And this is not really normally done in many businesses in network marketing, so this is really impressive. This means you can now double your income. But wait, that's not all. When you fill your first 3 levels in that matrix, being your second matrix, you can take a third position. That's a potential $90,000 US a month right there from the matrix. That's without any of your other income that you've got coming in from this business. That's triple the income. And listen, we already have people building their third matrix. We've got some people kicking some huge goals out there. We're only in pre-launch. We've got 2 weeks left, and we are all looking forward and cheering on to our launch. So here's my little income disclosure. It is almost impossible to fill the matrix, but if you only fill it 20% of 3 of the matrices you're allowed to have, you're still looking at $18,000 US a month. There's a lot of horsepower in the pay plan, so don't let the small monthly fee fool you. I know everybody's going to get excited and run out there and try and fill this up, so let's make the best of this. We have 2 weeks left where we don't actually have to, you do not have to pay a fee to have a look. It's $0 to pay, $0 to register at the moment, and you will not be charged until the launch day. So don't forget, it was $32.99 for the first month. That includes your first monthly fee, all your training and everything. $0 to pay right now and $32.99 on launch. So if you were tuned into this from the beginning, you'll realize that you are in the right arena, you are in the right place. We're in one of the most explosive industries ever. Commissions are paid out every Friday, and you will see the full compensation plan at ampstore.io. Or just get back to the person that's invited you here. Okay, this is a red hot opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, by far the coolest program I've ever seen. So what do you do now? You get back with the person that invited you to this call so that they can get you a link and get you started with us ASAP. You have some great support. We have a great network of people, and I'm going to ask you to go for it. Come and partner with us as we build one of the coolest tech companies in the history of the industry. And listen, there's no charge today, as I mentioned before, to position yourself in the matrix. So you've got nothing to lose and start to build with us. Credit cards will definitely not be billed until we launch. They do a pre-authorization similar to when you go to an accommodation like a hotel or motel, but that's just to make sure it's a valid credit card. There is no, and I think it's $1. There is $0 charge today. This one is going to go fast and furious, so position yourself in one of the most explosive and addictive industries on the planet. And hurry, because the matrix is filling fast. I thank you for your patience. This is Geek Girl, once again from Australia, coming to you live, and I definitely promise I will find out how to get our guest speaker on for next week. Thank you very much for your patience, and I shall talk to you on the flip side. Ciao.